And speaking of sky, we are exploring rockets too. Because the future of mobility shouldn't be limited to just Earth.
In a striking evolution of automotive ambition, Japanese manufacturing giants Toyota and Honda are quietly pioneering a bold new frontier far above the highways that made them famous. While Elon Musk's SpaceX captures headlines with rocket launches and Starlink satellites, these traditional automakers are methodically establishing their presence in the cosmos, leveraging decades of manufacturing excellence to potentially revolutionize how humanity accesses and utilizes space. This isn't merely corporate diversification. It's a strategic vision that could ultimately reshape the competitive landscape of multiple industries. Toyota's recent $44.3 million investment in Japanese rocket startup Interstellar Technologies signals its serious commitment to space. Through its subsidiary Woven by Toyota, the company aims to transform space launch economics by applying its legendary production system to rocket manufacturing. This partnership, which began in 2020, has Toyota engineers working alongside rocket scientists to slash production costs and streamline manufacturing processes. Their ambitious goal? Helping Interstellar Technologies achieve 30 rocket launches annually by 2030, a massive increase for Japan, which conducted only 7 orbital launches in 2024 compared to America's 145 and China's 68. Not to be outdone, Honda has been developing its own proprietary reusable rocket since 2019, specifically designed for launching small satellites into low Earth orbit. The automotive giant plans to enter the commercial launch business by 2030, leveraging its expertise in combustion engines and guidance systems to create cost-effective launch vehicles. Honda's approach emphasizes reusability, returning rocket planes to launch pads for repeated missions, potentially slashing the typical 5 billion yen, $44 6 million cost of traditional single-use rocket launches. These moves might seem surprising until you consider the strategic calculus behind them. As vehicles become increasingly connected and autonomous, reliable satellite infrastructure becomes critical. By 2030, connected vehicles will represent a staggering $742 billion annual market opportunity. For Toyota and Honda, controlling the satellite infrastructure that powers next-generation vehicles offers significant competitive advantages. Takahiro Inagawa, CEO of Interstellar Technologies, made this connection explicit. Automotive industries need maps from space, then those connectivities all coming from satellites. So that is the reason why we need to develop those launch vehicles. What makes these automotive giants particularly dangerous competitors in the space race is their unparalleled manufacturing expertise. While American space companies like SpaceX have achieved remarkable technological breakthroughs, they're still perfecting mass production techniques that Toyota and Honda mastered decades ago. Toyota's legendary production system, with its focus on continuous improvement, waste elimination, and quality control, could revolutionize spacecraft manufacturing in ways that even innovative American companies haven't achieved. Space. Industry observers acknowledge this advantage. Toyota has obviously a great deal of expertise in assembly lines, in improving efficiencies and manufacturing. And this is exactly the kind of thing that space companies and launch companies in particular want to gain access to. Honda brings its own strengths to space technology development, particularly in power systems. The company has partnered with the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, to develop a circulative renewable energy system for space exploration. This innovative system combines high differential pressure water electrolysis and fuel cell technologies to produce oxygen, hydrogen, and electricity for human outposts in space. By March 2023, Honda had already begun demonstration testing of a stationary fuel cell power station in Torrance, California, creating technologies with applications both in space and on Earth. This cross-pollination of technologies between automotive and aerospace engineering creates a powerful feedback loop. Innovations developed for extreme space environments can eventually enhance terrestrial vehicles, while automotive manufacturing techniques make spacecraft more affordable and reliable. Toyota's chairman Akio Toyoda articulated this expansive vision at CES 2025. We're exploring rockets too, because the future of mobility shouldn't be limited to just Earth or just one car company for that matter. The national dimension of these investments cannot be overlooked. Japan has struggled to keep pace with American and Chinese space capabilities. Supporting domestic companies like Interstellar Technologies aligns with Japanese interests in developing independent space access. Both Toyota and Honda maintain significant partnerships with JAXA, collaborating on projects like the Lunar cruiser and renewable energy systems that complement government space agency efforts. These public-private partnerships mirror approaches taken by NASA with American companies, but with Japan's distinctive industrial strengths. These automotive space ventures aren't happening in isolation. Porsche SE, whose long-term investments include Porsche and Volkswagen, has invested in German rocket company Isar Aerospace. Chinese automaker Geely Holding Group has committed $326 million to manufacture satellites, specifically supporting autonomous vehicle development. These moves suggest an emerging consensus that future mobility leaders must operate both on the ground and in orbit, creating integrated systems connecting vehicles, infrastructure, and satellites. The competitive implications for American space companies are significant. While SpaceX and Blue Origin have pioneered reusable rockets and advanced launch technologies, they may face new challenges from competitors bringing automotive-grade manufacturing expertise to aerospace. The patient capital approach of Japanese corporations, oriented toward multi-decade planning horizons rather than quarterly earnings, allows Toyota and Honda to make long-term investments that might not yield immediate returns, but position them strategically for future markets. As the space economy grows beyond its current $350 billion valuation toward a projected $1 trillion market, Toyota and Honda's entry could accelerate the industrialization of space technologies. Their deep understanding of consumer markets and connected systems might help identify commercially viable applications beyond traditional satellite services. Their reliability-focused engineering culture could address persistent challenges in making space systems more dependable and cost-effective. For American audiences watching this unfold, the situation presents both challenges and opportunities. U.S. companies have established early leadership in commercial space, but maintaining that advantage will require continued innovation in manufacturing processes, precisely where Japanese automotive companies excel. Partnerships between aerospace innovators and manufacturing leaders could potentially accelerate progress beyond what either could achieve independently. The blurring distinction between automotive companies, technology firms, and aerospace manufacturers points to a future where the most successful enterprises integrate capabilities across these domains. Toyota and Honda's space ventures represent not merely diversification, but recognition that future transportation transcends terrestrial boundaries. Their manufacturing prowess, combined with their patient capital approach and technological capabilities, makes them potentially formidable challengers in the expanding space economy. As vehicles become increasingly autonomous and connected, the integration of ground and orbital systems becomes not just advantageous but essential. Companies that secure positions in both domains may gain significant competitive advantages as the transportation ecosystem evolves. Toyota and Honda's measured approach to space technologies, less flashy than Elon Musk's Mars colonization rhetoric, but potentially more methodical in execution, might ultimately prove more sustainable and commercially viable. What's unfolding is nothing less than a redefinition of mobility itself, extending humanity's reach beyond roads and highways into orbit and potentially beyond. While American companies have captured public imagination with their space ambitions, the entry of manufacturing powerhouses like Toyota and Honda suggests the next phase of the space race may be won not just through technological innovation, but through production excellence, reliability engineering, and systematic cost reduction. The very qualities that help these companies dominate the automotive industry. For investors, industry observers, and the American public watching this unfold, the message is clear. Space is no longer the exclusive domain of aerospace specialists or tech billionaires. The future of space development may be shaped significantly by companies whose expertise was forged, making the vehicles in American driveways. Toyota and Honda's quiet space revolution represents a compelling new chapter in the ongoing story of how humanity will access, utilize, and ultimately inhabit the final frontier.